For a brand new beginning, for the community, it's a bright horizon. Hey, it is community focus, community focus. Yes, it's for you, me, yes, it's for us. Just tune in, tell a friend and join us to discuss topics that affect us, whether personal or political, local or international. It is a platform for us to build from, so the community can grow to be strong. To the host, Raymond Duguay, Michael Duncan, two of our honorary humanitarian. It's real and it no bogus. Stand against those who stand against us. When situation rough and get tedious, get tedious, get tedious. Community focus, community focus. Community, yo, we have to adjust. Community focus, community focus. Ask the Almighty, Him will guide us. Community focus, community focus. Live up.
Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend. Oh, can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend.
Yes, brothers and sisters, a very good evening to each and every one of you. Good evening. This is President General Michael Duncan here in New York City. It is very, very cold, but I think that my other brother, Duguay, probably in a warm place, living up the life. The brother is not right. The brother didn't even ask me if I want to come. He went away to this beautiful weather and enjoying. But we're here in New York City, and we're happy because the brother is there to do some great work. And it's good when you can travel from places to places where African people live and bring love, bring organization, to bring unity. Brother, just away from Miami, from Broward County or not Fort Lauderdale, but from Florida is also there. I know he's coming from a warm climate, so it's not that bad for him. But brothers and sisters, the work continues. Our dear brothers are in Barbados doing the work of African people, doing the work of the UNIA. Mr. Garvey ordered us to go wherever black people are, and that's what we're willing to do. If a few people are willing to meet, we will travel to the end of the earth as long as black people there to carry the message of Mr. Garvey, the greatest man that ever walked on earth. Brothers and sisters, Mr. Garvey said we should read 4 hours every day. I don't know if we realize how important reading is, because when we read, it stabilizes everything. It prepares you for everything else. Brothers and sisters, if our children are not reading, believe me, they're not living. If they're not reading, they're blindfolded because they can't see. Brothers and sisters, I had read so much about Africa, about Kemet, about Ethiopia, about Kenya, that when I finally visited these places, it is as if, Brother Duguay, Brother Jasway, it's as if I had visited these places in my mind many times before. So it's amazing as we traveled through Ethiopia and the things we were uncovering and seeing. And I'm saying, my God, I remember reading something about this. So brothers and sisters, we have to let our children read. We have to take them back to reading. Just remember that education, as Malcolm X said, education is the passport to the future. Those who master it today control tomorrow. Brother Duguay, Brother Josue, good evening. And how are you? How are things in Barbados? How are the Africans in Barbados? Prezi, I'm not hearing. Yeah, yes.
President General,
yes,
you
I'm
me?
hearing you now, brother. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay, good. Greetings, President General, and greetings to the listeners of the UNIA Rock Media. President General, before I continue, before I respond to your attack, let me say that's a beautiful shirt you're wearing. I love that shirt, and I love the red, black, and green that you carry so proudly. That's
Yes,
number one.
yes, yes,
Number
yes,
two,
yes.
greetings. Today is Tuesday, January 16, 2024. 32 years ago, January 16, 1992, our headquarters, our beautiful headquarters that housed so many Africans, that housed so many conventions, had a multiple fire alarm. It was more than four alarm fire, destroyed our building. And this year in 2024, we're going to make it operational. So it was 32 years ago in freezing weather in Philadelphia, 1609-11 Cecil B. Moore Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It was 32 years ago that the fire happened. Before I respond to your attack, President General, let me just say this about our building. Why have you made it a mandate that in 2024 the building is operational? Please respond.
My dear brother, if you're going to move as a people, you must have a home. You must have a home that after you go out and everything that's negative, you can go home and sort them out and make them positive. The 12th commandment of Black consciousness states, develop your home. And in this case, 1609 Cecil B. Moore, for without a home, we cannot flourish to our fullest potential. Brother Raymond, that's our home, that's our base. And if our base is not solid, if our home is not built up and welcoming, we cannot, and we will not flourish to our fullest potential. So all eyes, all efforts must be deemed towards the renovation of our international headquarters in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Okay. You've got Minister Louis Farrakhan. You've got Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes.
You've got Malcolm X.
Yes.
You've got Desmond Tutu. All visited. That's just to name a few. All visited, and some of them even stayed at that building. Number one, is it a historical landmark? And do we have an absolute obligation to rebuild it and make it operational?
Of
Please
course,
answer.
we have to. There's only one way to do it, and it's for us to move forward now. Well, we can't wait anymore. We can't wait a year, 2 years, 3 years. It must be done now because our people need us now, and our home must be safe and sound.
Okay. President General, what do you say to the elders that give and give and give? You know, you have to imagine they're living on a fixed income. They've pledged, they've contributed, they've given to this building, and they continue to give. What do you say to that?
Well, you know, the greatest thing about the elders is that they gave. Was it enough? Of course. Whenever you give all that you can give or you can afford to give, it's always enough. But, you know, as we have spoken many times, Brother Duguay, about the battle of the ants, those who are willing are sometimes unable. And those who are able are sometimes unwilling. And we thank the elders because they were willing and they continuously gave, they held it together for us. They were waiting for us to come to do this. So now we're here. We just have to fix it.
Okay. Thank you. Now, back to you, President General. You know, in 2022, I'm speaking with this good brother here. They invite me, they want me to come to Curacao. You know, and I don't know, for some reason, they want the President General. I tell them, you can't get President General. It doesn't work that way. You've got to have somebody to clear the path so the President General can come in. And I think I cleared the path for your arrival
Of course, my brother.
in August
Of course.
2023.
Yes.
Everybody wanted to know who you are. Same thing for Barbados. You know, through Brother Josue, we met Brother Philip and his organization. And, you know, there's fish here. What started as a business relationship, business potential venture became UNIA.
Yes.
And so they wanted us to come down. And in fact, we had an excellent mass meeting last night. And I think it was miscommunication why we didn't come on. So please apologize. But we had standing room. It was happening. It was both virtual and live. Because their organization is worldwide. They've got chapters everywhere. There was Germany on, England, Jamaica, Panama was on.
Panama's on.
Canada was on.
Jamaica was on.
Yes. And so they want to see and hear the President General. I tell them that's not happening. It doesn't work that way. I need to come down and lay the groundwork to be comfortable for your arrival. So President General, I would never invite you at the first instance, because think about it, we can't both go to a place we don't know anything about. I said, no, I'll take that risk. And since Brother Josue is our ambassador, not just to Curacao, but the whole Eastern Caribbean region, including Central America. Wow. So he was the one who started this. He started the relationship. He got us on their radio show. I think the first time they said to us 15 minutes, ended up being 2 hours. And then they wanted us every week to come back on. And that can't happen. So we had to travel. This happened in September. October, we've got to go to Africa. I mean, in November, I was back in Africa. And so we were unable to link up. But we've been communicating, and the date was set. So tomorrow is the big day where we're going to formally bring out this UNIA chapter. But everybody's excited. Everybody's uplifted. President General, it's easy to plagiarize Mr. Garvey. It's already been done.
That's it.
Brother Josue, last night when I was speaking, did anything I say sound different than what we've learned from Mr. Garvey?
No, absolutely not.
It was Mr. Garvey. Yes. I don't have to do anything. And I did tell them I'm the second biggest plagiarizer. And in fact, listen to this. A couple of the members said, well, that's not plagiarizing if you tell us you're taking it from Garvey. I said, I know, but I just like to give Mr. Garvey even more credit that this philosophy, this thinking, don't ever believe that I came up with this. That's not possible. I mean, I believe I'm intelligent, but this is the total solution. And I'm so proud, to be involved with Mr. Garvey. I mean, to realize it sounds so good. Like I said to them yesterday, this sounds so good, but this is all borrowed from Mr. Garvey. I mean, I don't know what I say that's not Mr. Garvey. Your thoughts, Brother Josue?
So, greeting to President General. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, brother. Greetings.
So I am from Avon Park, Florida.
Okay.
Avon Park.
Central Florida.
Okay, Central Florida. So that's close to Tampa and Orlando.
Yes, that's actually 1 hour south from Orlando.
Okay.
1 hour south from Orlando.
You're on the east side or the west side?
I'm on the
right in the center.
Dead center, Florida.
Okay.
So you come 1 hour south from Orlando, Highway 27. Is you familiar? I'm right there, just 1 hour.
Okay, very good.
That's Central Florida. Yeah. And today it was raining. You can see on my cameras on my house was raining a lot.
In Florida?
In Florida, yes. But I know you have snow over there.
Yes.
And I want to take my family to see snow.
No, it's okay. The only snow I want to see is on Mount Kilimanjaro in Kenya. I don't want to see any snow in North America. No, but Brother Josue, describe yesterday.
So
what happened?
What I can say is, President General, the people, they hunger for the word, and then all we have to do is present it to them, and then they will open themselves up incredibly. They are ready and they are willing. They're not able yet, but that's why we're here.
Yes.
So we're here to make them able.
Yes.
And our first goal is here to establish a division, get it going. We had our first meeting last night with the potential people that's going to form the executive member, and then tomorrow we're going to have a mass meeting where we're gonna invite all the people, all the members who want to come with us and to hear the good words. So it's everywhere you go, you just start talking about it, and you can see how the people will open the heart. They're ready, they will, and they're able, really, really, really ready to take it off.
But Brother Josue, I totally agree with what you're saying. But let me ask you a question. You know, this is why I have such a profound respect and admiration for Mr. Garvey. People are ready, willing, and able because the conditions are universal. I mean, President General, everyone on the planet, we're at the bottom. I mean, it's so, and when we say that, everybody can understand that. Everybody gets it. The one thing we haven't done yet, President General, we haven't gotten the minimum wage. We came in yesterday. It's a whirlwind, and today was a whirlwind, up and down.
Right.
And but I will have that information by tomorrow. But I don't expect it to be any different than what we know. But it's just the universal conditions of Black people. I mean, it's amazing. Garvey analyzed it correctly, and he said, we don't have power. They have the power to oppress and discriminate against us, and we don't have the power to prevent it. And to get power, you need organization. You need to be organized. You need to have a philosophy. Hence, race first. Hence, UNIA. It's very simple. Just go get it done. So, President General, I think some of their members, at least the two executives, are supposed to be coming on today. I know that Prezi sent them the link, so we should have them on any minute now. The one who's going to be in charge, his name is Philip Caitlin. He has a radio show called Philip Springer. And they have an organization here. It's called the Barbados Sovereign Union. It's a political organization. They're also a part of the ADDI, the African Diaspora Development Institute, which is Dr. Arikana's organization. And once they got to know us, President General, if I never thank you enough, and Mr. Garvey, let me say publicly, without the rock, we'd be just like anybody else. I mean, President General, I walk in, I breathe, I breathe, I smell, I live the rock. Not just the physical building, but the concept to see that we could do it by ourselves. All we gotta do is follow Mr. Garvey. And they're so excited. And then I explained to them, when the rock was being built, it was underwritten by the Jamaica Breeze. But the rock that we're building in Africa, it's based on the farm. So I said, you got to do agriculture. President General, they probably went ballistics last night. They said, this is it for agriculture. I said, it is. It always was and is. Then I spoke about the factory, what's going on the Liberty Farm. President General, I thank Mr. Garvey for blessing us. I thank Mr. Garvey. And unlike you say he's the greatest that ever stepped foot on the planet, or the greatest man to ever walk the planet. I'd say he's the greatest among men and gods. So I take it even at a higher level, because I'm a student of the Honorable Carlos A. Cooks. Your response, sir?
Hey, you won't get any fight here, brother. You won't get any fight here. It's amazing, but I was speaking to Nadine them this week, and you know that Nadine them they're coming from the Garvey line. As a matter of fact, I think her grandfather and grandfather and other relative are actually direct cousins to the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Wow.
Yeah, because when...
Hold it. So is Nadine's family from St. Anne's?
Yes. They're from St. Anne's.
Oh, my God.
Her mother name is Garvey.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Yes, so they have that line, and we were speaking. But I want to break for a minute there and to let you know, I'm sure you know, but brother, Sister Viola Plummer.
Yes.
Passed away. So please say a few words on her behalf, and let us pay a quick little minute of silence tribute to her. But go ahead.
Okay. Let me say some words. Sister Viola was born in February of 1937. She died on Monday of this year, 2024. She was 86. She would be turning 87 in February next month. She is a courageous lioness, a warrior. stood up for our people, and they were, when you had the New York 8, where the U.S. government thought that they were involved in sedition, and Sister Viola says this, they went into the courtroom. The majority of the jurors were white. She said, I know we're righteous. We can convince them what we're doing. And all charges were dropped, and they were found not guilty. The government tried to destabilize, tried to railroad them. So these were courageous Africans who stood up for our people. I mean, December 12th, this is the organization everybody in New York looks up to. And so we work with them, we look up to them, and they were a part of the Schaumburg event. Sister Viola came on stage with Brother Roger Wareham, Brother Omar Wallace, Sister Colette. These are our friends, and we've always stayed with them. I've been in touch with both Sister Colette Payan and Brother Omar Wallace. So, in fact, we've been asked to write a tribute, and I would handle that responsibility. So that's being prepared towards Sister Viola. Brothers and sisters, we're not going to get out of these conditions unless we work together, unless we believe in race first, unless we also sacrifice. Sister Viola Plummer did all of that. She believed in our people, and she spoke truth to power. She had no problems denouncing those who worked actively against us in our community, and we applaud that. We're talking Winnie Mandela, we're talking Sister Ya Santiwa, well, we're talking Sister Viola Plummer. And the other thing I have to admit, President General, Sister Viola was in her 80s, 86. She was lucid, fluid, and I'd like to be that fluid when I'm 80 something. And that's a testament. And she was chairperson of the December 12th movement, and Ilombe Bragg, everybody, Coltrane Chimurunga, all of these are heroes. President General, I remember in 1986 when the young brother from Brooklyn was killed in Howard Beach. That's how I got to know. That was December of 1986. That was my first exposure to December 12th. I was a kid. I was in school, second degree. And I said, I want to be just like these people. These were my heroes, President General. And to see that we evolved, we grew, we built, and they became our friends. And so, I am a student of all of these Africans, but we salute Sister Viola Plummer. She was steadfast, disciplined, unwavering, and fought to the last minute for our people. This is a true warrior. And we say, great job done. So let's take, I'm sorry, go ahead. President.
Sister Viola, and anyone she thought had a problem with but says black liberation, she would have a problem with them. I've heard she attacked many who thought that they could attack the black movement. This is a sister that went out for us. She fought for us. And Brother Raymond, the sister continued to fight as long as she had that fight in her. This wasn't a year or 2 year thing for her. It's a lifetime thing, a lifetime of commitment to our people, to our race. So these are the people we have to make sure we continue to canonize, make sure that they don't die, make sure they continue to work for our people. We, the UNIA, salute this great freedom fighter, Sister Viola Plummer. I would like to hold.
One more thing before we do the tribute of silence. In the current issue of the Garvey's Voice, page 7 is a picture of Viola Plummer. We were at the International African Arts Festival, and I saw greatness, African greatness passing right in front of me. I had to tell him, please stop, let me take a picture. It has Reverend Doitry, Sister Viola Plummer, Brother Omar Wale Clay, another brother that I don't know in December 12th, and Sister Colette Payan. This is why we were trying to promote the Mr. Garvey Parade. So we were everywhere. I saw them. I said, please, let me take a picture. And then at one point, They even asked me, President General, do I want to be in the picture? I said, no. I want to say I haven't earned that. These are warriors. You know, you got people in their 90s, 80s, still. You know, I was 1986, Brother Josue. I was a child, and I'm involved. I'm getting involved. They were there. In 2024, they're still there.
9 years ago.
I mean, come on, we have to show respect. So on page 7 of the Garvey's Voice, you'll see a picture of in the International Arts Festival, and Sister Viola Plum is right in between Brother Omowale Clay and Reverend Doitry.
Yes, brothers and sisters. So again, we have to keep the memories of our ancestors, of our freedom fighters alive. They only die when we stop talking about them. They only die when we remove their memories from our books. They only die when we remove their pictures from our walls. So, Sister Viola Plummer, thank you. Thank you for all that you have done for African liberation, freedom fighter for life. We thank you. We stand with you and the December 12th movement. A moment of silence, brothers and sisters.
My people, shop at The Rock.
The wait is over. What started out as a vision is now reality.
Greetings, brothers and sisters. The Federation of African Caribbean American Restaurant Association is ready. Come and
shop at The Rock.
13205 Merrick Boulevard, inside of Belknap Street.
You need to save money for all your breadfruits, yellow yam, bami, cotchbonic pepper, plantains, bananas, all your fish and meat product. Come to The Rock. Wholesale price every day.
This is Dubmaster Chris, and I'm endorsing The Rock, the Restaurant Owners Corporation, inside of Belknap Street. Bring your shopping basket and shop till you drop. Save yourself some money and shop at The Rock.
Jamaica Breeze Buffet Restaurant, where it's Thanksgiving every day. Choose from 60 of our best dishes, featuring breakfast all day and a wide selection of Jamaican and Southern style favorites. At Jamaica Breeze, you choose what you want and pay what you want. Don't forget to try our juicy beef and chicken patties. And remember, we also accept Jamaican dollars. Jamaica Breeze now has 2 Queens locations. Our original store at 23202 Merrick Boulevard at the corner of 232nd Street in Laurelton, and our new location at 2136 Mott Avenue at the corner of Redfern Avenue in Far Rockaway. Visit us today and come hungry. You won't be disappointed.
Yes, brothers and sisters, welcome back to the Community Focus program, where the community meets the radio, where the radio speaks to the community. Brothers and sisters, I can't get any job in this place, can't get no food to eat, can't get any clothes to wear. That's why we got to go back home. Brothers and sisters, we should always go back home. We should always go back home to build that base that we need to stand on. Brothers and sisters, we go back home next month, February 16th. We will be back home in Africa. Join us. Then we have another trip coming up in October. Brothers and sisters, join us for that trip as well. If you weren't able to make this one coming up in February, then the one in October can be for you. Brother Doogie, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing you, but I'm not seeing you, Prezi. I'm not seeing the brother. So, yes, we do go back to Africa again, my dear brother. So, what are your thoughts? Who's that queen you have sitting next to you?
Hi, PG. It's Nzinga.
Show me your shirt.
Oh.
She's wearing the 65th International Convention Curacao shirt.
Very good, very good. So, Sister Nzinga, but you're traveling the world as well. You've been to Curacao. Now you're in Barbados on UNIA business. By the time we're done, you're going to be an expert.
Yeah, I'm going to be the international superstar out here.
Very, very good. Very, very good. So how are things there in Barbados so far?
Things are going well. Things are going well. It was very nice meeting Philip and the team yesterday. It was a great conversation. To reiterate what Brother Josue said, they have the energy, and they were just waiting for someone like my dad to bring all the information and at their fingertips. And now they're just ready to absorb it and continue the work they've been doing.
So discuss, you were at the meeting.
Yes.
Give some highlights, because I was looking right at you as I was speaking. I could see you were paying attention. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Everything that my father was talking about, they have the same issues too, that Black people always at the bottom, and that we need to all come together. It's not about being separated. It's about coming together with all of our ideas, and that was everything what my dad was talking about. So they too realized that everything they're sharing, another Black man is also sharing it too. So they just needed someone with his strength and energy to bring it back home to them.
So, what indicators have you seen there in Barbados since you have been there that show that we are at the bottom?
I think, well, one, when you're walking the streets, you see a lot of white people. You don't see Black people walking the streets. So that's, I would say, probably one of the biggest indicators. Second one is we don't know at any of the supermarkets out here, so that's also a second indicator.
A big indicator.
No, but just think about it. We were at a supermarket today,
we were.
And we don't own it. I mean, it's amazing. Continue. Wow, you picked up on that? The supermarket? Yeah. I mean, you hear us say it so often, but it's really sad, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
There's nowhere. I mean, that's why I'm so proud of The Rock. I mean, just think about it. In a Black country with Black people, I mean, I understand in North America, it shouldn't happen in Southeast Queens because we are Black. We run Southeast Queens, but still, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why for me, Brother Duguay, being in Southeast Queens and not doing something like The Rock before, I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed, honestly speaking, because we're living in Southeast Queens, the richest district in the city council, therefore, the richest district in New York State, therefore, the richest district in America, Black district in America, therefore, the richest Black district in the world. And we didn't have a supermarket. We're suffering from the same situations worldwide. So to tell you, Brother Duguay, if we had not done The Rock and looking forward to do more, it would be embarrassing for me to come on the radio and making all this big talk and don't have anything to show for it. Your words on that, brother?
President General, I think that's the most telling statement you've ever made. That is so, and this is why I say thank God we have The Rock, but it is embarrassing. I mean, like, where are our schools? Where are the financial institutions? Where are the hospitals? Where are the supermarkets? I don't see them, so we've got to go do it. And this is just the first step. But wow, I agree with you so much. I can't emphasize that enough. No, it was and it is embarrassing that we don't even have those. And now you can understand why Mr. Garvey worked at it 24/7. I mean, we have to give the brother the respect. And I can tell you, every night before I go to bed, every morning I wake up, what can I do? What is the plan today? How can we get this message? How can we build? So, I can never disagree with that statement. It's the most telling statement you've ever made.
And then, brother, the funny thing is that while a lot of people believed in us, a lot of people didn't believe it was possible. I remember when I said we're looking to collect $1 million, someone said to me that if you collect $25,000, you would collect a lot. So because our people have been bamboozled for so long, the trust factor wasn't there. But what we had done, the good thing that we had done, my dear brother, is that we had laid the base even from the Rosedale Soccer Club.
Yes, sir.
We start establishing relationships where people could trust us. People know they wouldn't have to rely on us. And Brother Duguay, I want to tell you that, my cousin came here to invest. And while he came here primarily because of me being his cousin, when he came here, he said he heard Brother Raymond Duguay mentioned a statement on the radio. And he said, after he heard you made that statement, he said he had a few $1,000s to invest. And he just didn't care anymore if he gets any profit. He just wanted to come and invest it. And it's when you were speaking about the situation where we invested in the footballs.
The soccer balls.
Yes, the soccer balls. And when you mentioned that, you weren't expecting back anything, but you received it and you were surprised. But he said that to him was the turning point for him to say that I'm bringing my money. Win, lose, or draw, I'm coming to invest my money. So this is how we can inspire and impact people. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, brother, President General, I think we have a guest on. Do you see him, President General? It's Brother Philip Caitlin, or they call him Philip Springer. Do you see him, President General?
Yes, my dear brother. A very good evening to you and welcome to the Community Focus program, Brother Springer. Thank you for being here. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Shalom, shalom to you.
Did our great Brother Duguay, represented the UNIA well in Barbados?
He did, and he's still in Barbados, so he's represented.
All right, very good. Thank you. Welcome. Please go ahead, Brother Duguay.
Go ahead, Brother Philip. Introduce yourself. Let the president know I'm here to fish. Collect the fish. Go right ahead.
Just come. Get over here. Go on the other side. This is my VP here. This is Roy. We couldn't get the other computer going, so you can have the girls on the side.
Nothing wrong with that. Good evening and welcome.
Welcome, sir. Greetings. Good evening to
Thank you.
Yes. I'm Philip Catlin Springer. Everybody wants to call me by some girls named Catlin. I am the president of the Barbados Sovereignty Party. My vice president, but we also are involved in other activities here on the island. I'm a businessman by profession. Grew up in Canada. And relocated here about 3 or 4 years ago. 4 years along with my VP. He's been here longer than me. We are very active in the community in every aspect of the community. And we look forward to working with Raymond and Josue to help to build the best and the biggest and the most powerful UNIA chapters in your organization.
I say hey to that, brother. I endorse that, brother.
Humility.
Yes.
Humility. I say that that's not boastfulness. That's what for yourself. But speak for yourself. But this man's a go-getter. He'll make me do what I don't want to do. If I tell him 100, he'll tell me 200.
Well, he has got the stats to pull it off. You saw his award that he got from Her Excellency Dr. Arakana, and that was for creating over 16 chapters of the African Diaspora Development Institute around the Caribbean. He is a heavyweight as far around the Caribbean as far as creating and maintaining the chapters. So it speaks for himself. He speaks for himself.
Excellent, excellent. Sounds good.
I had all us to say that. It's not all us to say that.
It's not true.
We're just having a little.
President General, by the way, that's 10 successes, the Honorable Marcus Mozari. Garvey, that's the Honorable Michael R. Duncan. You know, I always mention his name.
Someone called me. I was on a board meeting before I joined this meeting.
Yes.
I have a university here called the GGRU. It's actually a virtual university that we built. And Roy is part of that as well. But I built that, by the way, I met Dr. Wayne last night in several. He's the principal of the GGRU. GGRU stands for Global Grassroots University. And we do most of our courses online. But what is interesting about that is one of our contributors is a woman by the name of Dr. Gail Fraser, and she knows you guys. She's out of Baltimore or something like that in the United States. But she just sent a message here asking me if I knew you guys because she heard you guys were down here in Barbados. So Dr. Gail Fraser sends her regards. Right there on my screen, I can see it.
Very good, very good, very good. Thank you.
General, I just got a text from Rodney. There's a very bad echo on the live streaming. Please have Prezi look into that. We're getting feedback. But anyway.
And also Everett Winchester. A shout to
brother Everett also
Everett
sent the
Winchester.
text.
A shout to my brother Everett Winchester. We're gonna take a lot of pictures for you to document them, brother. Keep doing the good work. Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay, now, Brother Philip, give us a synopsis. Give us a summary of what happened last night, because President General wasn't there. You know, I could tell him, but it's better coming from you. Why don't you inform our listeners what happened last night?
Well, Raymond and family and Josue showed up earlier than his flight came in a few hours earlier. And we waited at the airport. My VP, Roy, and his wife, who takes care of all these matters, were at the airport when I arrived there. And we were able to spend some time with Josue. And then what happened is that Raymond and family arrived, went to their hotel. I came back to the temple, where we are right now, actually. We haven't even left for the day. I've been working the whole day, nonstop. Since 2 o'clock this morning. And they arrived back here, and of course we got rolling. We had some live guests, but we also had a virtual platform going. We own a platform called Meetup One, which you will hear more of in due time. It's indigenous. We try to do everything indigenous that we do. We try to get away from the enslavers and the colonialists. We ain't giving them any money we don't have to.
Right.
In any event.
No, excuse me, Brother Philip, let me interrupt. President General, they created their own social platform. Instead of Zoom, instead of the others, they created their own.
Excellent.
So that's what we were using yesterday.
Very good.
Continue, Brother Philip.
Right. So we got on there, and I had invited 50 guests. About 38 of them showed up. At least I am aware of. They might have all showed up for all I know, but I saw 38 of them. And as it turns out, it was quite an interesting collection of individuals and quite riveting. And of course, Raymond and family, as well as Josue. I don't say J well because I'm a Hebrew. I don't speak So J's don't, and even though I can say it now, when I'm speaking fast, I say Y instead. So in any event, Yosue, he basically, they were conducting the meeting and our people were interacting with them. And quite frankly, it went so very well. I think everybody was a little surprised. I was surprised on my end. I know they had to be on their end too. The energy that flowed was that tremendous. You know, I received calls 5 o'clock this morning and 6 o'clock this morning, respectively, from individuals, two individuals who thought it was fabulous, and a third individual who had missed it and wanted me to fill in as to what that individual missed. And I said, well, you haven't missed anything yet, but it was a good time. Come tomorrow, Wednesday, meaning tomorrow coming up, when we're going to do a launch of Barbados. And I said, okay, great. So he's going to be here, Raymond. I've had a few other calls later today confirming attendance of other people that couldn't make it physically yesterday. So we're in good shape. We're in very good shape. Thank you.
Okay, so Brother Philip, before I let the President General come back on, so you're guaranteeing that this division in Barbados is going to be the largest UNIA division. Are those your words?
In the world.
Okay, I'm going to hold you up to that. You can be sure. I will be coming back to Barbados to check on that.
I launched when I launched the ADDI chapter here. It was that chapter was formed 3 years before I became the chair. And when I came in, there were 6 people, including myself. In 30 days, I launched with 74 persons. And Her Excellency couldn't believe. Sylvia Robertson Azozo, who is the head of chapter formations, kept counting, and she kept saying, are we at 50 something? Oh my God, oh my God. And we were at 74, we stopped counting and we launched. I built that chapter within 3 months to 300 plus persons. And now, including the union that has joined us, which is 10,000 plus members, I have over close to 13,000 members in my chapter, the biggest in all of ADP.
I want to see that. Okay, good. And lastly, where's my fish? I came here to do fish business. I can't,
Yes.
I have to report to Mr. Duncan. I told him I'm going to go get fish. So he said, okay, so where's my fish?
Well, the fish is still in the ocean, but we'll get fish, don't worry. No, I know, yes, we actually, one of the first conversations that we were having was to do with the supply of fish to your organization. And we have people that take care of that aspect of it, and we can supply you all the fish you want, my friend. All. I mean, we have there's plentiful out there, there's no shortage. I go there sometimes on my little boat and throw my rod over, and I come back with buckets full of fish. Okay. And that's just me.
Now, the other thing is, I'm going to let PG come back on, but, since we've been here, the people I've been with, my family and Jose, they've been eating a lot of fish. Yesterday, they had, what did you guys have?
Blue marlin.
Blue marlin.
Yes.
And red snapper. What did you have today?
Mahi.
Mahi.
Mahi. That's
my son had kingfish. So they've had fish here. So I see the fish. I don't eat those things, but I see it. I'm strict about it. So at this time, President General, please come in the conversation. Go right ahead.
Yes, my dear brother. Thank you very much again, and thank you for initiating this kind of work in Barbados. Please tell me what gives you that confidence for you to have to see that Barbados is ready for Garveyism and the UNIA.
The world is. Let me answer the question. The world is ready for Garvey. Let me tell you a little bit of my background, then you'll understand. I come from probably one of the longest, if not the longest, political family here on this island. My great uncle was the second premier of Barbados, Dr. Cummins. My uncle, Sir Errol Walton Barrow, was the first prime minister of Barbados. I've been related to every prime minister except for 2, and even including the current prime minister, is blood. We may be on opposite sides of the political spectrum, but we're blood.
Yes.
The point is, I grew up in Canada, and when I came here a few years ago, my family sat me down and they said to me, Philip, what are you going to do that you're here? Are you going into politics? You're going to do business like you normally do, or are you going to go lay under a coconut tree and drink some rum punch? That one sounded really good, except I can't do that. I'm like a racehorse. If you lay me down too long, I will die. So you had to kill me. So I took it serious. After a few months of laying on the beach, I decided to get back to work. And I went out there and I found my way. And ADDI decided they wanted me to be a VP. So I became a vice president with them. And I started building. And I didn't build one chapter. I built now 18. At the time when I got the award, which Roy's going to show you in a minute, I had built 16. I have 10 more in formation as we speak for them. What makes me confident that I can build a Garvey UNIA organization chapter? It's second nature. I will do it whether I want to or not, simply because I believe in it, simply because I have done a lot of research in the past year on the Garvey movement. I play Garvey videos at least weekly on my program. I'm also a host Monday to Friday on the Global Independence Square. I host that program. Weekday mornings from 5 a.m. On 246 Beijing Vibes Radio. And I play Garvey. I have so many videos and speeches of his. And I did all of that before I met Raymond and Josue. So the thing is, it becomes natural for me to do this at this point. That is the simplest answer I can give you. It's long-winded, but that's the simplest answer I can give you to your question, sir.
Yes. And so my thing, but I like your effort. I like your strength, your willingness to go. I was just also wondering about the average person in Barbados. Are they ready for this?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Roy. He's on the ground. This man walks the road every day talking to the people about it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the people are definitely ready for a change. Yeah, because I mean, last night, Raymond, you put down a really fantastic, well delivered presentation, and people are ready for that type of conversations. These conversations in all the blocks that I go on here, where we need to be self-governing, where we need a change, where we need to stop being governed on the old systems and come up with a system that works for us. So I believe the people are ready, and as far as the chapters are concerned, I know that you all know Her Excellency Dr. Arakana, yeah, and this here. Look, if you look, you'll see, if you look closely, you can read it.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. That's good, right?
Yeah, and that's from one of the most prolific African leaders to date. So it's not that, we have a thing that says, well done is better than well said. Yeah, so things like these are the well done. We actually brought back an award from Her Excellency for Barbados. Now the award didn't have Philip Catlin Springer on it, and it didn't have Roy Turney on it. It had Barbados on it, because we're committed to our cause. It's not about us. It's about exactly what I heard spoke here last night by Raymond. The same vision that you have in your organization, that's what we all have, because it has to come to a point where we govern ourselves. Anything less than that, we're always going to be in the position that we are. And the Marcus Garvey Foundation, which you represent, stands for the same thing, because I'm not going to get into the position with anyone where we marginalize ourselves by saying, oh, well, you know, we're going to be under this heading or we're going to be under that heading. For me, once the heading is truth, I'm happy with that.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Thank you, brother.
I have to agree with him. Let me just add 1 second, Josue.
Yes.
You know, we do this not for money. We make our money. We work hard, trust me. But we do this for the love of our country, for the love of our people. He was born in England. I grew up in Canada. And we both came here. God brought us together. We didn't know each other before. And we are doing a tremendous job together. I can't survive without him, and I hope he can't survive without me. And together we will make this thing work. And we intend to do so. We have grabbed that shirt. One last statement, and then I'll shut up. Look, this is our, I hope you can see this. This says everything. This says everything. We're no longer called a party because we divorced the idea of joining parties. We're now the Barbados Sovereign Union, Barbados Sovereign People's Union, which is now part of something called the Caribbean Sovereign People's Union, which consists of 12 of these so-called parties throughout the Caribbean already. And that all started right here in the seat where I'm sitting right now with him and I. So I built in UNIA chapter easy. Yes. If you can build a political party, which is a hell of a thing to do when you have a two-party system in any country. I had to take the government to court and sue them. He'll tell you, I sued the hell out of them to change things around here at my own expense.
And also, when he says that, it's on YouTube because, as I say, well done is better than well said. Documentation beats conversation every single time.
Right.
Yeah. We are real. Yeah. We have our party, and our rules are: you've got to be honorable and have integrity and honor. If you ain't honorable, because I hear the term honorable thrown around in the around the place and giving people these titles, but when you really look at behind the title, the honorability isn't really there, is it?
Doesn't exist.
Yeah, and I you know, as I said, well done is better than well said. They said, by the fruit of a man's tree shall it be known.
Yes.
So I believe what you do more than what you say. That's my thing.
Thank you, brother. So I want to say something, PG.
Yes.
So since I joined, and the people I've met, what I hear is, oh, I have found my people. Oh, I have found my race. I have found my cause. I have found my purpose everywhere I go. So, brother Philip, since brother Andrew Seros introduced me to you from Curacao, Division 100, we thank you and we appreciate the way you show for us to give us opportunity to talk about the red, the black, and the green, to talk about the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. So I appreciate you, and I will tell you because you are.
Signed off just a few minutes ago as well.
Yes. I know we're close enough, but listen, brother Roy, thank you for coming on. It's been an honor to know you, and then actually to know that you people here from Barbados are willing and able to carry on the voice, the message, and I'm sure, like you say in there, there's no doubt in my mind that this will carry and this will be bigger. This will keep growing. With the enthusiasm that you guys have, I have no doubt that this will go on. All we have to do is fulfill our purpose, and our purpose is to make it bigger, to let it grow. The people are, before you guys do the show, we were saying, the people are ready. You just start talking, and then they open their hearts, and then they open their self, and then they're willing to do it. So I encourage you. I tell you, I thank you for let us be on your show 3-4 times already. Like Brother Raymond says, it was supposed to be 50 minutes. It went over 2 hours every time. Even though I was working, I'll make the time to be in there for you. And then I appreciate you. And then, yes, sir, go ahead.
Our show is about truth. And once you're talking truth, once you're speaking truth, You're welcome on our show. Once you're gonna put content on there, that's gonna enlighten the viewers and teach the viewers. We have no problem of having you on our show. You can ask us for a slot on our show anytime. Once you're gonna come on and
not anybody can come on that show. Like he says, you have to have certain qualities, and if you have it, you can come anytime.
That's right.
But the other people can't come. Now let me say this. Last night we booted up Meetup One for y'all, and we had guests there from as far as Germany. We had guests from Panama, Jamaica, St. Lucia, where else? St. Vincent. Got to be one or two missing. But the point was, the reason I did that, I could be selfish and think about Barbados. Oh man, let's just launch Barbados. Oh, Dominica, the attorney Henry Schillinger was on there, and he's very interested. He wrote me today. I was read already. The point is, what I did was I opened the Caribbean to you. I threw everything that I had at the wall, and I said, let it see what sticks, right?
Yes.
The idea is that you don't have to plow that now. You've already plowed that soil.
Of course.
We just got to plant some seeds now and all of them, watch them grow. That's how I do things. It may be kind of a crazy way of doing it, but we killed so many birds with one stone last night. I saved President General there a few $1,000s. So President General, you owe me a Roy dinner. I'm telling you straight up. For all the money we just saved you.
Well, look, I know you probably.
Philip, I know you're coming to our convention in New York. I told you, August 17th. That's the holiest day of obligation. So I'll treat you to dinner at the finest cuisine on the planet. That's Jamaica Breeze. So I got you. Don't worry about it.
All right, then. I will hold you to that, my dear brother. But yes, you know, we are having a convention here of our own in May. And I had already mentioned to you, I would like to invite you guys back here in May, the week of the 20th to the 25th. We have Dr. Arikana coming here, Pielo Lumumba, Julius Garvey, and who else?
I'm hoping we're going to get...
we're trying to get Julius Malema here as well. And that might be overkill, but we're going to do it. We do whatever the hell we got to do to make it happen. The bottom line is this, folks. This is not a playing game. We're at some times in society now in life where you have to pull out all the stops. These diabolical people are trying to eliminate this race of people. They want 2.4 billion people dead. And the only place I know, if you add it all up, is the African race that comes to about that. So that tells me already what the plan is. So we have to break away from all of these systems. We have to become self-independent. We have to become, we have to be, and I mean independent, not this false idea of independence, truly independent, producing our own food, providing our own services, taking care of our own needs, from everything from there to banking. What I didn't tell you, Raymond, and I haven't told you yet, we're actually in the process of buying a bank right here in Barbados. My organization is in the process of buying our own bank license. Well, our bank is actually an existing operation. That license, which when I see you tomorrow, I will show you, actually allows me to operate in 30 countries in the Caribbean at one time.
Very good.
I am
very good.
awaiting those data. Okay.
Now, let me explain to you the significance of that, sir. It was done here through statute by my uncle when he was the prime minister. But it also has cooperating agreements with all of the CARICOM countries, which consists of 30 countries, from Belize in the north to Suriname in the south.
Yeah.
All I have to do is pay the annual license fees, and I can operate in any country under. Now imagine UNIA being part of that and being able to say to its members, you have your own bank. You can now come in here. We can assist you with business development loans. But not only that, we want, when you get your hard-earned money, you're going to put it in your bank. This is going to be the people's bank, folks, not Philip Springer's bank. I'm not interested in anything like that personally. I'm a socialist. Everybody knows I have lots of things because I don't try to get it. It comes to me. But I'm saying this institution, and I don't want to mention it on the air or anything but I can show you tomorrow when we meet, and I will show you. This is one of the best kept secrets in the entire Caribbean.
Okay.
And there's a long story behind it. But imagine, President General.
Yes.
Marcus Garvey would have been proud to be part of this. And I'll tell you why. If he can build the businesses that he did, if he could raise 12 million members, if he can buy 3 steamliners at the stage in life without a cell phone, without a computer, without all these things, man, he was a genius. Imagine, I wish I was back there with him back then, because he would have done double what he did. Trust me.
Well, then you're here now, brother. Well, brother, you're here now. Therefore, we're going to double it up right now.
That's too much.
What? The poor fella did the best he could, but I would have President General, watch this. If you think I'm kidding you, watch this.
President General, this is highly entertaining. I hope you're enjoying this.
Of course. Anytime I get a chance to speak to African people, putting in race first, it's an honor for me.
Watch this. Watch this.
We're
if
watching.
You think I'm mad, Garvey wouldn't have known how to use a cell phone, but I would have brought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On my own Wi-Fi, so we'd never be out of Wi-Fi anywhere we go. That's how crazy I am. Okay.
But Brother Philip, I can show 8 cell phones now. I mean, that doesn't mean they're mine. That doesn't mean.
No, but I'm not competing. I'm not saying with you, Raymond. No, Raymond. I'm not saying with you. You're living in my time. I'm saying in his time, I would have come with these many in his time. So he would have done twice what he did.
Wonderful.
Okay, so President General, you see, I've got my hands all filled. I've got my work cut out in Barbados.
Okay. Did you hear what you said there? You hear what you said there, Raymond? You got your hands all filled.
No, we're not. You know, look, there's a little bit of tongue in cheek and all of this, a little bit of fun, because we work hard. I've been awake since 2 o'clock this morning. I woke about 5 minutes to 2. I've been at work since 2 o'clock this morning. I'm still going strong. Yesterday, same thing. The night before I slept 1 hour. I went to sleep at 3 o'clock, got up at 4 o'clock. I was on my show at 5 o'clock. So imagine, gentlemen, that this is a labor of love. It's about my people. It's about my country, my region. I've traveled to every country in the Caribbean a minimum of 5 to 10 times each, including Cuba, Venezuela, all of them. I couldn't go into Cuba. And they even invited me after being there so many times. They gave me citizenship. It's economic citizenship, but they gave me citizenship in Cuba. They gave me permission to open an ADDI chapter in Cuba.
Well, brother,
I haven't created it yet, but they've given me permission to do so. Just recently, I received the permissions because they know me so well from going back and forth, and I'm not a threat to them. I'm not there to get involved with their politics. I am simply there to help my people and to improve business and to help them to improve themselves. I now have several export agreements with them, including medicine, including things like honey, including things like lobsters. They sell lobster so cheap, Raymond. You better buy some lobster from Cuba.
Oh, okay, brother. So that's what I want to ask you. What can you supply us here in New York? And do you have a way of readily getting the products to New York, or would we have to create the channels to do so?
There are means to do so. I don't control those yet, but I will one day soon. But yes, there are ways to get the products to New York.
Have you ever shipped anything to New York?
Of course.
Okay.
Plenty. Yes.
Okay,
yes.
So definitely those are the things we want to look at. The products you have and what we can bring here to sell to our customers. That's definitely what we're looking for.
I want to do, okay, you make me an offer, I'll make you one. My focus is the Caribbean. And I said this last night to Raymond and Josue. And I'll say to you now, President General, this is the first time this is our maiden conversation. We'll have lots more because you won't be able to not call me. Trust me.
Yeah.
This is the point, sir. We have to improve the lives of the people in this region. And how are we going to do that? We're going to develop businesses. We're going to develop businesses. You are already experienced in that area. I want to take your blueprint.
Hold on, sir. Just want to make something clear. It says our prints are black. So we refer to them as black prints.
Okay. Very good. I get that. Black prints.
Yes,
I want to take your black prints.
Yeah.
I didn't get it at first, but I got it now. I want to take those black prints.
Yeah.
And I want to carry that from Barbados to, well, we should start Antigua. That's an A. Let's start with Antigua. I don't care about it. As long as the Caribbean, all the way through to the Caribbean and set up. We should own a chain of supermarkets all through this Caribbean. We should own a chain of drugstores or pharmacies. I hate the word drug. Pharmacies all through this Caribbean. We should own gas stations from top of the Caribbean to the bottom of the Caribbean. We should have hotels in every country in this Caribbean so that when our people come into town, they don't have to worry about where they're staying and calling me up a week before and telling me they need a room and this and that. No. You should be able to, you're a member, you pay your dues, and you support this organization. We're going to invest the money, President General.
Of course.
And that is part of the reason why I chose to embrace the UNIA.
Thank you.
I really, this was a decision on my part. Unlike many things that has happened in the past where it was necessary to do so, I made this conscious decision after speaking with Josue. After Andrew introduced me, I spoke to him, and this man is a very nice human being, very good, very, very decent person. And then he introduced me to Raymond. Not so nice and not so decent, but a good person anyway.
Very good, very good.
Raymond, please don't kill me for that one. I'm just teasing.
Brother Philip, I guess you don't want a UNI division anymore. Because I'm sexy.
No, Roy can handle it. Roy can handle it. No problem.
Raymond,
hold it. President General, today on his radio show, I was using a metaphor, but not a reality. I mentioned, some book that some people write, and some guys being approached by some scribes and Pharisees. And this guy in this book says, well, give to Caesar what is to Caesar and give to the people what is the people. But that was a metaphor. And of course, Brother Philip took it to heart and he started reciting Caesar this, Caesar that. I said, no, that was a metaphor. If we recite and give credit to anybody, it's going to be Africans. You can say Imhotep, you can say Ramesses, you can say Shabaka, you can say Pianki, you can say Zoser, all of these. And so now he's still coming back at me. You see, this is the type of guy Brother Philip is. I
don't rest, brother. I don't rest. So I don't let no stone stay unturned. But I appreciate your correction, President General, and of course, Raymond. I really appreciate you too. And you have your role to play as first Vice President General, and I will always respect that. Josue as ambassador. We just want to do our part here.
Well, brother. But I want to thank you both, and I want to thank you for taking the initiatives for first inviting us on your radio program and then inviting us, the UNIA, to Barbados. Barbados is a place we love. African people are there, and we want to go where African people are. It's so unfortunate it's that time of the evening where we have to get ready to move on. I'm going to ask each for a closing statement for 1 to 1.5 minutes, but prior to me saying that, I want to say something. I visited Barbados roughly about 26, 27 years ago. I came there to watch a football game between Jamaica and Barbados. The football president at that time was a gentleman named George Lascaris. Is he still there in Barbados?
I don't think we wouldn't know him.
Yeah.
He's too new around here. He's
Okay.
probably not. I've never heard the name.
Okay, yeah. So I was just wondering. But the work continues. So brother, each of you, just please say your parting words with the listenership and the UNIA before we exit.
Okay, let me start. So I want to start with a closer statement, PG.
Yes.
So Philip, yesterday I met your uncle.
Yes.
Yes. And then he mentioned that he knows a person from Curacao.
Yes.
Which have a radio show named Orlando, which is a very, very known person in Curacao. And I promised him that I'm gonna link them together as soon as possible as I can. So what I want to say is that Curacao, Barbados, Jamaica, we all will become one, because like my brother Roy was telling us yesterday, we are all far apart trying to do our own things. We will come as one, and then we will use the black print that we have already before of us. That simply we use them, we follow them, and we are succeeding. And then just follow those black print, and then we go together. It's a big family. We will come together. I will put your uncle with Orlando, and then they will come together, and then we will keep going. We will keep going. This is the way we started. Soon we will start walking, and we will take off running. And then I appreciate it and thank you for being tonight on the show. I will looking forward to see the web mass meeting tomorrow at 6.
Yes.
And Friday.
6 p.m. Yeah, and Friday 6 p.m. But I want to say something, Josue, before you go off. You see that man you met last night? You have no idea how significant he is. Do you know that he's an Olympic athlete? He's an Olympian. That man ran in Germany in the Olympic, you know, the one where there was the shoot up with the Israelis? He was there in the Olympic Village. He ran in Tokyo and he ran in Montreal in the Montreal Olympics. That man is he's a doctor of planning. He has a PhD, and he has spent his entire life working for his country. And he's now doing that, working for me, building me, giving me guidance, and leading me to what is going to be an inevitable victory at the polls within the next 2-3 years. I promise you that. We will build ADDI, UNIA, and we will then take this country and we'll build this Caribbean. I promise you that under UNIA.
Thank you very much.
But that gentleman, when you see him tomorrow, you tell him, he doesn't know I told you this now. Ask him about, his name is known in the athletic world because he was Barbados representative for many years. Nobody from Barbados went to the Olympics, but he did. Imagine that.
Yes. Of course, we know all this, but we love all the people, and we treat all our people with love. And then tomorrow I will shake his hand because I used to be a runner myself back in the days. Believe me or not. So we have something common.
Yeah.
We have something common, yes. And then thank you very much. And then I'm looking forward to see you guys tomorrow again with the mass meeting.
Yes.
And then I'm sure, as you say in there, we will. This will take off. Thank you for accepting us here in Barbados, and thank you for all the hospitality so far. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. My other brother. Any parting words before Brother DJ close?
Who's that addressed to? Myself?
That's to you and Brother Roy.
Yeah, any parting words before we go?
Go ahead.
The parting words, what I would say is, my thing is always to come underneath that one umbrella. As far as the radio station go, I see that you're happy that we allowed you on our radio station. As I keep saying, truth comes from God. And once you're speaking the truth, you can come on our show, not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah. Once you're honorable, you can come on our show. So just as much as you're respectful that we honor you to come on our show, you know, I honor you, yeah, for being able to come on our show and speak so positive, because the type of guests that we want on our show are actually people like yourselves. Yeah, so, you know, I'm just as grateful for you expressing yourselves on our show and your organization, because it's an honorable, respectful, and dignified organization. And those are the kind of people who we allow on our show. Anything other than that, well, don't call, don't come. So,
not interested.
You know,
I don't blame you, brother. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
And in my final comments, I would say to you, the whole Caribbean and anyone else listening, we have put the interests of our people first. It isn't personal. We're not trying in this for our personal gain. We do work hard and we're successful in our own fields. But what is most important is the dream of Marcus Messiah Garvey, the Honorable, and what he meant. I am amazed how significant this man was. That to this day, in ADDI, probably the largest Pan-African organization in the modern era, we barely have 72 chapters. This man built 400 plus chapters, thousands, millions of members. And he did all of that without all of the technology. I'm sitting in front of 4 screens right now as we speak. 4. You saw them last night. I don't play. So I'm saying, if God can get him to do that with his limited resources, well, I hope God is ready for what we're going to do, because, and it's not boasting, this is the truth. Let us go and carry the gospel of Garvey to the people. Thank you very much for your indulgence.
Yes, no. Thank you both. Thank you both. We're inspired by both of you on our dear island of Barbados, who have taken the mantle to bring Garvey and Garveyism there for our people. Yes, we don't believe in race first. We live race first. We know race first. But one thing I want to make clear is that what man has done, man can do. And that's why Mr. Garvey left the Black Prince for us to follow, to build our people again and to build that self-reliant economic base that must be based in race first. We're seeing England making the cry for the Englishman, Italy for the Italian, China for the Chinese, and we're saying Africa for the Africans, those at home and those abroad. Brother Duguay.
Okay. In my parting words, thank you, Brother Roy, Brother Philip. I can't tell you, this is, we're here for UNIA, strictly for our people. And we also get to live in this paradise for another week. The quick question I have to say to you, Mr. Garvey had not 400, over 1,400 chapters from 38 states of the United States of America and 41 countries on the planet. So I can only say, if we can do
73 alone in Louisiana, Brother Duguay. 73 alone. 73 of them alone in Louisiana.
Yes, sir. Wow. Yes, sir. 52 in Cuba. So we're talking, Mr. Garvey got the work done. So it's very simple. So tomorrow is going to be a historic day. It's going to be an uplifting day. And we get to bring UNIA. We get to uplift our people. So President General, let me close out. All of you out in UNIA Rock Media, please raise your beautiful black, right, and noble fist and repeat after me. Africa.
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 For the Africans.
For the Africans.
For the Africans.
Those at home.
Those at home.
And those abroad.
And those abroad.
One God.
One God.
One aim.
One aim.
And one destiny.
One destiny.
One destiny.
Long live Carlos Coates, Jean-Jacques Dessalines, the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, and your President General, the Honorable Michael R. Duncan. See you tomorrow in Barbados.
You sure will.
Thank you. Thank you, brothers.
Blessings. Shalom to everyone.
Good night.
Peace.
Thank you.
The Community Focus Show is brought to you by Jamaica Breeze.
Wow.